Try that again. Okay, that works. All right, here we go. Reset and restore. Alrighty, let me kick off my shoes. And let's start on our mat. Let me get some nice music going for us. This is my friend Mark. He's a wonderful, amazing guitarist. I love his music. And it's perfect for this type of...
I like your fall colors.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty.
I've had this unitard, I think, since maybe I was 19.
Come on.
I'm a little bit of a pack rat. A little bit. I like to save things. But look, unitards are back. You see why I save things? Everything comes back around, and you all know that. Everything comes back around. All right, here we go. Sit up nice and tall. Rest those hands on the legs. And let's take a nice deep breath in. And let's just gently circle that head all the way around. And take another deep breath in. And exhale, reverse that circle. And head back to the center. And let's take our shoulders and shrug them up by the ears nice and tight. And then drop them down and relax. Good, repeat. Shrug those shoulders, squeeze them around your ears. And then drop. Good, one more time. Shrug the shoulders up by those ears. And then drop. Very nice. Flex that right hand. Tilt your head to the left. If you're getting a good stretch there, wonderful. If you want a little bit more, take the hand and gently press away. And gently release, bring it back to the center, flex the left hand, head to the right. And again, if you'd like that extra stretch, use that hand. And release, bring it back to the center. Good, hands on the chest, stretch the front of the neck. And remember, you get a better stretch with the mouth closed and if you make a pouty face. So look up towards the ceiling. And gently release. And let's finish with the back of the neck. Take the hands behind the head. Long spine. Hinge forward slightly. And then tilt your head. And you could keep it still, or you can kind of tilt it, move it around side to side, get different parts of the back of that neck, whatever feels good. And then release, bring it back to that starting position. And release those arms, good. And you're gonna take those legs out in front of you. So this one is a wonderful for the hips, a nice hip loosener and opener. And just kind of kick back with your arms. And you're just going to bend your right knee in. Get it just a gentle little stretch there. Bring it back to the center. And then left knee in. Good. Open it back to the center. Repeat. Right knee in. Ooh. Back to the center, left knee in, back to the center. Let's do one more set like that. Right knee in, back to the center, left knee in, back to the center. Now both legs are going to move together, so we're going to be a little more fluid. And back up, and take it to the right. And back to the center, and to the left, center, right, one more set, left, good, and right, Yes, and now bring it to the center, and then you're going to come up over that. And then just gently take it over here, just kind of a little half of a pigeon. And then you're gonna lift it back up, and then same thing, just switch over to the right, and then fold over, and just gently hold that, just loosening up the body. And bring it back to the center. Good, slide those legs straight out in front of you. Lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, belly button stays in. Let your spine round as you protect your core by pulling that belly button back to the spine. Also relax your head over. And then from here, look up and flex. Either grab or rest on your shins. If you can, reach for those toes. What's wonderful about that, it adds a nice calf stretch as well. So if you can, long spine, open the chest. Very nice. And then round and point, belly button in. Relax over, let the shoulders rest. And then let's roll it up. And then you're going to swing your legs underneath you. And then we're going to bring it up onto those knees. And then this one's a lovely stretch for the arms. So forearms, front and back. We're going to start with our hands like such on your mat. All right? So this one's going to stretch, like I said, the front of the arms. You can take your fingertips down and then just gently lower, and your bottom can stay up. So if you feel a stretch here, awesome. If you need more of a stretch, you kind of sit back a little bit more. And if you can, you sit all the way back. Woo. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And then just lift up out of that, and you're going to turn your hands around. So now my palms are facing outward. Same thing, bottom up. Gently lower your palms down to the mat if you can. And if you need more, again, you're going to sink back with your bottom. I don't think I could sit down from here, but I feel it already right there. So just hold that, take a deep breath in. Exhale, breathe oxygen into the body. And then gently release out of that. And then you're going to separate your legs into a wide child's pose. So open those knees. And then you slide the hands forward, sink into that, kind of a little bit more for a hip opener. You can rest your forehead on the mat, or you can rest one cheek or the other, whatever works for you. And again, let's breathe oxygen into the body. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. And then gently walk yourself back in. And then bring those knees under those hips. Good, and then loosening up that spine. You're gonna do a cow and cat. So we arch that spine. Look up to the ceiling, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, pull that belly button up, round the spine, drop your hips, drop your head, separate those shoulder blades. And then repeat, arch that spine, look up, inhale. Exhale, repeat, pull up. Two more times, arch. Inhale. Exhale. Pull up. And last time, arch and inhale. And exhale, pull up. And then you're going to bring it back to a neutral position. All right, the next move we're going to do in the Pilates Basics world, it's called a C shape. So we're trying to make like a C with our body. So we're in this position. So we'll go to the right first. So you're really trying to pull your obliques in, your hips go in, and you try to pinch your right shoulder and your right hip, which won't happen, but that's the philosophy of it. So nice. Belly button pulled up in, nice flat spine. Inhale. On the exhale, take your right hip to the right and look around to that right hip. Belly button in. Get a nice C shape in that right side of the obliques. Woo. And then bring it back to the center. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, other direction. So you're going to tilt your hips to the left and then look to the left, trying to look at that left hip. Belly button stays pulled in, trying to get that nice C shape and that left side. And bring it back to the center. Very nice. And you're going to take your right arm up. Let's twist that torso. Take a deep breath in. Exhale again. Keep that belly button pulled in. You're going to dive through. Rest on the right shoulder and the side of your head. You're going to take your left arm and you're going to reach it to the right corner of your mat, trying to get a little stretch under that arm. Take a deep breath in. And gently exhale. And then walk that hand back around and bring it right underneath you, and you're going to lift back into a tabletop position. Good, other side, left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, dive through, belly button stays pulled up. Rest on the left shoulder. Good, and again, if you'd like, take that right hand, walk it to the left corner of your mat, sort of behind you. So it really gets that right arm up by your ear, your armpits kind of in your face. If you can even try to look up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And walk those fingers back around and bring that hand back underneath you. Bring it back to a tabletop position. All right, we're going to sit in a pigeon pose today. So we'll start from the tabletop. Take your right leg or right knee and take it forward. If you're uncomfortable with your back leg straight, you can bend it in a staggered position, kind of how we did earlier. Otherwise, you want to try to straighten a little bit more. I kind of wiggle myself into it. My left leg a little bit back, a little bit longer, so I'm stretching the front of my left hip, and I'm stretching under the right hip. I also feel it on my hamstring if you don't either. So that right leg goes a little bit askew. If you feel your stretch here, you're welcome to stay right there. If you want to take it deeper, forward fold. Even in this position, belly button pulled in tight. Kind of train your core to always be working. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. And of course, if you want to go deeper, you can fold a little bit deeper. Woo-hoo. And another breath in. And exhale. Your choice on this next one. You can hold this for one more breath, or if you want to stretch into the left thigh, you're going to bring it back up. And then you're going to reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot. If you get a cramp in your hamstring, then don't do this one. But if you can, this is wonderful for getting deeper into the front of the left hip flexor and the front of that left thigh, which we often neglect thigh stretches. And if we do them quickly standing up, and they just don't get as deep as this one does right here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Very nice. If you have that foot, gently let go. Woo-wee. And then you're going to take it back to a child's pose. So press into the mat and take that right leg back. You can go into regular child's pose or your wide knee child's pose, whatever feels good. Again, the wide knees go a little bit deeper into the hips. And then you're going to pull it back to the front, and this time that left knee is going to go forward, and your left shin is off and askew to the side. Again, you can sink down into a staggered position or straighten that right leg back a little bit more, intensifying that stretch. And again, you can keep up on those fingertips if you like, or you can fold over. Ooh! My body is telling me I haven't done this in a long time. My hamstrings are super tight. Whew. Take a deep breath in. And gently exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. If you want, you can go a little bit deeper into that fold. And one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And again, your choice. You can either stay in this position for your last breath, or you can prop it up and add that thigh stretch. If you'd like, reach back with your right hand, grab that right foot. Whew. Yes, beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Nice, ladies. And exhale. And if you have that foot, gently release. And both hands square in front of you, and let's take it back again in a child's pose. And let's roll ourselves all the way up, and let's sit on our bottoms and stretch out our lower back before we finish on our ball. Soft knees, and then just take yourselves down to your mat. And pull your right knee into the chest. Lift that leg straight up, stretch that hamstring. You can grab anywhere. If your flexibility isn't so great, you'll grab lower. If you want to increase your flexibility, grab higher. If you want to add a calf stretch, flex your foot and grab that foot. Woo. Let's straighten our left leg. And then this one's a great hip stretch for the outside of your hip. Gently release the leg so it's straight up over your hip. Left hand goes on the outside of the ankle or shin. And then cross the leg over the body to the left, but don't twist your torso. Try to keep your right hip down. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And we're going to open that leg out to the side. So again, you can grab your calf or you can grab your ankle, whatever works. And really open that hip and leg. And bring that leg back into the chest, bent knee, and twist the torso. This time, let that right hip come up. Try to even get that right knee if you can on the mat. You can keep your right shoulder down or lift it up. I find when I lift it up, I can get a deeper twist in my torso, which is the point of this. And bring it back in. And take that right foot down, left knee in. Now let's extend that leg upwards, stretching that hamstring. Again, if you want to flex a foot and grab that foot, it includes a nice calf stretch. And then slide that right leg straight. And then just gently release that left leg and make sure it's straight up over that hip. Right hand goes on the outside of the shin or ankle. Cross the leg over the body to the right. Trying to keep the left hip down as much as you can. Take a breath in. And exhale. And then open that leg out to the left side, opening that left hip. And then bring that leg back to the center, bend that knee into the chest, and then twist the torso. Take the knee across to the right, loop to the left. And bring it to the center. Pull both knees into the chest. And give yourself a little tug, roll yourself up. And let's grab our ball. All right, traction, oxygenation, circulation, lymphatic drainage. I can go on and on. There's so many things and so many benefits about inversions. Alrighty, so you're going to find the position that works for you. I kind of keep my hips on the ball, my back, I open my chest, and I make sure that my head is resting on the ball. You don't want your head kind of just free falling over there. And then let's open the arms straight out from the shoulders. And do a nice little chest opener. And again, you can stay still on your ball or you can move around, bending and straightening those knees. Do whatever feels good. And let's take a nice deep breath in here. And gently exhale all that breath. And we're going to move the position of our arms. Bring them up by the ears and over the head. And just let them hang nice and limply. And again, you can keep the knees bent or you can move around in the position. You can straighten the knees and have those hands on the mat like a little mini back bend. Again, it feels fabulous on the front of those hips. And then let's take those arms up in the air, kind of hanging above you. And then you're going to take your hands and just clasp them and have a softness in your elbows. This one's great just to kind of get some movement in your shoulder blades and your scapula. You're just going to kind of roll or move your arms to the right and then move them to the left. And then to the right. And left. 2 more times. Right. Left. Right. And left. Very nice. Bring it back to the center. And then just one more time, let them hang limply over the head. Bend or straight legs. One last deep breath in. And exhale. And gently circle those arms down and around till your hands are on the ball. And then gently lift your head and walk yourself back on that ball to a seated position. Very nice. And then let's finish her off with a nice deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, open. Right hand in back of you. Left hand on the knee. Just gently twist. Keep your belly button pulled in nice and tight. And switch. Just gently flow through to the other side. And back to the center. Good. One more breath in. And exhale and open. Very nice, ladies. Round of applause. Woo! I definitely feel good. I hope that you all do too. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Mellow Monday. One more Mellow Monday.